And welcome back, friends, to Let's Play Avadon, the Black Fortress. Here we are in Black Fortress, and we are about to leave on a quest. I just don't know how yet. I'm still trying to. Oh, what's this? Let's have a look. What is this? Oh, Sevelin's room. Right, let's talk to him. Sevelin is sitting in his quarters, looking on maintaining his weapons, because obviously that is what he does all day. There are a variety of blades on the desk in front of him. He takes great care to sharpen and polish each one. He looks up at you. What do you wish of me, Lord Cucumber? Well, that's a nice collection of blades you've got there. He nods. My master in the Kvar told me that true craftsman is never satisfied with anything less than the finest tools. If my blades were dirty or not properly sharp, he would show his displeasure. Okay. Well, can you tell me about the scar of yours? And Sevelin frowns. Yes, you are to trust me with your life, so you should know of me. This is nothing that should be kept a secret. I showed some promise when I arrived, so I was soon sent with a band to other hands back to my beloved Kvar. We were there to hunt a pack of bandits. What happened? There's actually little to tell. We followed the trail, we camped, we attacked in the night, but the hand on watch was not properly attentive. I returned to Avadon. I was not disgraced, but a cloud hung over me. None wished to take me on their missions. You are my last chance, I think. Well, that's sad, man. Shit. What happened to the bandits? Nothing yet. Redbeards has sent orders to hunt them, I think. I'm not told the details. I can't imagine such an outrage against the warriors of Avadon going unanswered. You can see on his face that he has some doubts. Alright. That's all for now. Thanks. Yeah, you will regain your honor. Don't worry. Alright, so let's see what we were supposed to be doing. I believe there was a quest waiting for us. I'm gonna check that right now. The journal thingy. There was some sort of journal thingy here somewhere. I don't recall. See journal quest log. There we go. Aiding Zethron. First, go to the northwest corner of Avadon and meet with Shima and Janelle. I think we did that. Yeah, we talked to them. Travel through it and find your way to the dragon Zethron. A portal in the southern edge of Avadon. Okay. Alright. Okay. That's excellent. Nope. I keep going. Keep having this little trouble with my resolution being windowed. This is the portal to the south, apparently. The moment you enter this dome, your hair stands on end. There's a portal in the magic circle to the south. If it's a doorway made of raw magical energy, maintained in a delicate balance of power by the wizards of Avadon. Through the doorway, you can see an arid landscape. There are thickets of cacti in the distance. It is miraculous. With one step, you can take a month's journey. Alright, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Yeehaw. Who will we take with us? Let's see. We talked to Janelle. I like Janelle. Janelle is coming. And I also like Sevelin. Sevelin is just my favorite. I'm gonna try these other ones later. But yeah. These are definitely my friends. There we go. And we're still walking around with a lot of crud in our... this is a desert environment. That's cool. I'm just gonna check my inventory because we have a lot of shit in here that we're not going to be doing. There we go. I'm just gonna drop some stuff here that we don't need immediately. Shackles, wonderful, but we're not gonna use them. And okay, I think the pots were the only things we really needed to dump, to be honest. Oh, a pillow. Yeah, I'll just bring the pillow as well. I don't care. I wonder why these are actually in the game. I don't get that yet. Alright, I'm still encumbered, but I guess that's to do with the things that I'm wearing. I'm just not strong enough to wear this. Am I? Encumbered at 54, wearing 66. And I guess what you have in your pack doesn't matter. Evidently it doesn't. Alright, well. Encumbered is fine. Encumbered is just fine. You stumble out into the hot sun. After the cool and darkness of Avadon, the hot dry air of the deserts of the Kvar, it immediately starts to wear you down. Sweat rolls down your face, and grit starts to work its way into your armor. The ground is arid and dusty. The only plant life visible nearby is in the form of huge thickets of cactus, bearing vicious thorns. The dragon Jethron picked a home truly inhospitable to humans. When you emerge, somebody shouts to you. A woman is waiting for you by the path to the north. Oh, really? Oh, there. I welcome you! A middle-aged woman of the Kvar approaches you. The skin on her hands and face looks like dark leather, the result of many years out in the desert, which is why her avatar is a blonde with white skin. She approaches you with great calm and confidence. Since you are a hand of Avadon, this level of fearlessness means that she is either a fool or a fellow servant of the Black Fortress. It is the latter. Gee, thanks for giving that away. She nods to you. Welcome, hand. I am Tamaria, watcher of the pylon. Needs more pylons. I am here to guide you in whatever mission you are undertaking. I can provide precious information before you set out. And since few have come to Avadon of late, I have plenty of time to spare. That's wonderful. Well, I could use some information. She nods. I would be happy to help. What would you like to know? Oh, tell me more about the town. She looks at the town to the northeast. That is Goldcrack. A small town out in the wilds of the deserts. It would be out of minimal importance to the Pact if it wasn't for the fact that there are dragons nearby. There are pest problems, of course, mainly wretches. Okay. How will they treat me there? She laughs. Haha, they are good, loyal servants of the Pact. The leader there is Overseer Levent, and your main problem will be getting him to stop offering you assistance. Good and servile, as Redbeard likes it. Oh, good. Tell me about the wretches. The wretchlands are to the west. It is one of the far lands where we allow wretches to live without interference. But they often emerge and cause trouble elsewhere, and then they must be dealt with. Usually it is soldiers that hunt them down. When somebody begins to lead and organize and equip the wretches, however, Avadon must be involved. Okay. Why is it called Goldcrack? There used to be mines here. There are still a few out there, but most of them were played out before the Black Age. Okay, how do the dragons affect the town? They don't attack, if that's what you are wondering. This is where visitors stay and get food on the way to see the Zetron and ask for help. Without those travelers, nobody would ever have heard of Goldcrack. Okay, that's all for now, thanks. Wow, useful, very useful, lady. Okay, there's like random pots here. I left my pots at the entrance, but there's loads more over here. Alright, well, let's have a little look. The sign says, this plot claimed by Avadon. No outsiders allowed without permission. I can aid you. Yes, half the town can, apparently. Hey, there's some sort of trail here. Okay. Wagon trails? Suppose. What's this? Tamara's house. Oh, this is where she lives. Right. Yep, there's cacti all over the place, clearly. Let's have a look at the sign. Okay, the Pact-Free Road, Goldcrack to the east, Dragon's Eyrie to the west. Alright, let's have a look around, see who we can talk to in town. If there indeed is a town, but there is a town. Apparently there is a town. There we go. It's got a little palisade going here. And there's a... Okay, there's some sort of campsite out here. I don't know what this looks like tram tracks, but I'm sure that's not how they're meant. Alright. Ah. You enter the town of Goldcrack. It is not a large settlement. I find it quite large already. There are a meeting hall and barracks at the center of town. You can see shops and an inn to the north, and a few quiet buildings to the south. Normally, in this remote arid land, you would only find some small clusters of nomads. However, the people who come out here see the dragon and try to purchase its aids and need a place to sleep and get supplies for the journey back. Okay, so people stay overnight before visiting the dragon. When you enter, the few people out in the hot sun nearby look very, very nervous. The presence of a hand of Avadon always causes fear. Everyone wonders what they have done wrong recently and how much you know about it. And Avadon does all it can to encourage that paranoia. Really, this Avadon guy is just... He's like a dictator, man. Keep telling you. Oh, there are 4 black stones set upright in the middle of Goldcrack. Closer inspection reveals that they are covered with dense writing. Townsfolk circle them, reading and writing and making notes of it. Those who are illiterate ask those who can read for help. These stones bear the core of the Stone Code, the law that governed life in the Kvar. They are traditionally set here so that all can see them. Okay. Sevelin looks at the stones with interest. It is interesting to see them in a town so small. Getting the stones is a sign of great achievement, signifying that the settlement has a place of importance. Okay. Janelle seems fascinated. It would be interesting to read them. Perhaps later. See if the Kvar is as savage as we have heard. Alright. I don't know if the Kvar is as savage as you've heard. What's this? It's, you know, Goldcrack barracks and a stone code. So is it stone code? Okay. Sevelin walks up to the central pillar of the stone code. He touches it reverently and looks at the writing. Always the same. Everywhere in the Kvar, even out in this waste, is constant. Okay. So the law is the same everywhere you go? Yes. Our leaders interpret it and expand it. But they can't change it, and they are subject to it. It is our way. Janelle says, we trust our chieftains. We choose them, and they have more wisdom than a mere stone. Sevelin is unmoved. It is not wise, but it is constant, and it protects us from the worst within the leader. You tell me that there has never been a tyrant where you are from? Response is silent. Okay, well, let's go. Don't fuss now. Great, my companions are already flying in each other's hair. Whoa! You are approached by an elderly man of the Kvar. His robes are long, brightly colored, immaculate, though they are rapidly picking up dust from the road. He must not come outside much. For you, however, he made an exception. He greets you with a broad fake smile. An envoy from Avadon, and, if I guess correctly, we are most honored and pleased to meet you in our humble town. I am Overseer Lavent, and I wanted to greet you personally here, before Stone. Welcome to Goldcrack. Anything we can do for you, we will. Sweat begins to bead on his forehead. He glances briefly at the city hall, clearly eager to return to its shelter. Okay. I'm not gonna tell him my business. Screw that. I'm gonna ask him about his town. I'm at this town, as you can see, in the harsh part of the Kvar. We have very little land that can be farmed. And yet, thanks to the dragons, we have value for the pact and for travelers, and thus honor has been given to us. Alright. What honor have you received? Because of our increasing wealth and the attention Avadon has given us, the leaders of the Kvar have bestowed upon us our own copy of the Stone Code. It's just outside the city hall. Yes, I know, because we're standing next to it, dude. This marks us as a town of importance and prestige. Small villages are not so honored. Okay, don't you fear the dragons? We do not. Goldcrack is part of the pact. If the dragon attacked us, they would attack all of the pact. They are not foolish enough to want war. However, it was not always thus. Once the dragons hunted at will. These are the better days. Many dragons around? One, currently. Jethron. Sometimes there are more. They move around, they come here when they have the urge to grow their own horse, so that sages and leaders of the pack can bribe them. Okay, that's all for now, thanks. Wonderful. Yes, yes. So that's Overseer Levent, wherever he's running off to now, I don't know. Alright, let's have a look around, shall we? So, this is the meeting hall, the stone codes. We're standing next to the barracks here. It's wonderful news, I guess. Barracks, I should be very happy with the barracks. Oh, merchants! Hello, merchants. Haggling merchants. There are a number of merchants here, with some local, some who are local, some who have just come in with caravans. They are haggling fiercely over the goods that they have brought in to support the colonies out here. A lot of activity, all because of the presence of the dragon. None of the goods are helpful for your adventuring lifestyle. The merchants see that you aren't a customer and ignore you. I'm not a customer, they say. Some sort of... Okay, that's the edge of town, I guess. What's this? Just a house? Kinda looks like just a house. What's this? The soggy cactus. Cactus? Soggy? Oh, goodness. I think it's yeah, it's some sort of inn. Hello. This inn is surprisingly luxurious for its location, far out in the wilds of the Kvar. The travelers who go to visit the dragon must demand quality accommodations, apparently. The bar is being tended by a young woman, who is wiping out pewter mugs with a mostly clean towel. She nods to you. Welcome, Hand of Avadon. I am Meth, and this is our inn. Okay, have you heard any rumors? It's the standard thing for adventurers to ask. I mean, I did a lot of D&Ding. I'm planning on doing more in the future, and this is a sort of a standard thing. You can get a room, a drink, or rumors. It comes back in almost every computer RPG out there, but it's a D&D thing. Let's see. She suddenly appears rather cagey. Oh, I hear many things. It's so hard to tell what might be useful. Okay, let's tip her. This is the very clear case of give me some money and I might do something for you. Ah, she thinks. I overheard someone recently, who had just returned from the dragon's cave. He said that a shadowy human was hiding in the thickets. Didn't get a good look. The fellow looked him over and ran off. Might be a bandit. You should watch out if you head out there. Well, it's clear. I didn't think the mutter. Hey, Seeker Azarni. There's a Hulk London mage sitting at this long table, sipping a goblet of wine, reading a scroll. When you get close, she inspects you. Lacking an obvious reason to dismiss you, she motions you to sit. I am Seeker Azarni, she says. Normally I prefer solitude on my journey, but it is always wise to curry the favor with hands when you have the chance. Okay, you sound different. Even in the text you sound different. Are you from Hoplanda? I am. Okay, why did you come? The dragon. There is no other possible reason to come here. How is the journey? Long, many miles on 3 roads. At one point I had to use all my talents to burn away some attacking wretches foolish enough to try to rob us. What are you reading? Magical formulae that are, I'm sure, of no interest or value to you. Oh, okay, that's all for now, thanks. Fascinating. See who else we find in here. Wait, elephants? This man is sitting in the shadows of the back room of the inn, sipping water from a wooden bowl. A half-eaten loaf of bread sits on a nearby table. His leather clothes and bone pendants mark him as from Bewilderum. He's come a long way. I keep filling in words here. He looks up at you and says, "Good eatings." You ask his name. Alphonse. You ask if you can sit. He says simply, I wish to be alone. Okay, Janelle, this might be a guy you know. Janelle smiles. The Wildrim is large. Why would I know him? He looks to be from the south. I am from the north. Oh, okay. He nods to her. She nods back. And his privacy should be respected. Can we talk? I prefer solitude. Mean no offense. Please leave me. There's nothing to say to that. You leave him alone. Alright. Okay. Fine. Oh, gloves. Hey. There's some sort of trapdoor here. In any other game I would immediately open it and have a look, but in this case I will not. Caravan guards, and here we are outside again. Okay. Well, that was nice, I suppose. What's this? A junk bag. Already encumbered, so it's not worth it. Not worth getting into. Scout out the rest of this northern end of town. There we go. There we go. What's this? A bar of iron. Okay. I'll bring that. Huh. And we're still encumbered. We're gonna be encumbered until we level up and get a strength point, really. Cactus hackers. That sounds ridiculous. A cactus hacker. I would like to get rid of some of the crud I'm carrying. Can we? Is there a way to do that? Perhaps there's shops down here. Let's have a look. Simply walk down here and see what we get. There's a sign here. What does it say? Field of Justice. No shouting, no selling. North benches are for the family of the punished. Oh cool, it's an execution field. Okay. There's like blood here and some balls with chains on them. And an axe. Very clearly. If you break the stone code, you're screwed, man. Shit will happen to you. Alright. This is the southern end of town. Clearly. Okay. Alright. I'm just walking around here. This is just clearly a random building here. Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally walked into the prison, looks like. Yep, I did. Never mind. Alright, let's see if we can help the townsfolk out a bit. I don't know. They might need our help, you know. Being townsfolk. They sound pretty simple to me. Let's go to the town hall, see if they if there's anything else we can do. Man, these things are like huge on the inside. You look at them outside and you think, well, it's not that big, but then you walk in, it's like freaking huge, man. Look at that. Kvar scribe, okay. These doors are closed, unfortunately. And here is Levent again. Overseer Levent nods to you, showing a broad smile that does not reach his eyes. By the hand of Avadon, I wish. At the end of Avadon wishes more of my time. Oh, okay. Oh man, these sentences. I am thrilled to be able to help you. Okay. I'm here to see the dragon Zechron. He nods. Okay. I have heard that the mighty dragon is dissatisfied. Wretches, yes, such pests. We have had increased difficulties with them lately. Okay, and why haven't you done more to rid yourself of them? Levent's smile remains, but his eyes grow very cold. We do what we can, but my humble town cannot restrain all of the wretches' lands without aid. Aid which has not come. What else would you like to know? Okay. You are an overseer? He nods and brushes some dust off his sleeve. It is the title of one who leads a village or a small town. I was appointed to direct affairs and make judgments of law. I am the interpreter of the stone code, both master and servant. Okay. So you are the judge here. Yes, I have memorized all of the code, both the words on the stones and the expanded version on the scrolls in this hall. I pass judgment and declare punishments. You may have seen the stocks in the place of execution. The law is harsh, but it is fixed. All know what is expected of them, even me. Alright. Okay. I haven't seen enough of your laws to see. A diplomatic response. I hope you become more familiar with them. When you are in our lands, you should obey them, even though you serve Avadon. But what else would you like to know? Prior assistance. He nods, but is slightly nervous. Of course. Avadon may request whatever it wishes. What do you need? Alright. I need soldiers to help me hunt the humanoids in the wilds. Do I? I guess I do. Guess we're gonna have to do something about that problem. Ah! If we had the soldiers to spare, we would have hunted those pests already. But our town is small and poor. Depending on the copper spent by pilgrims and officials passing through, we have no army to put at your disposal. But if I ever get an army, I will put it at your disposal with enthusiasm. Okay. I need information. I could tell you much, but you would be better served by speaking to the Itemaria, near where you arrived. She knows all I do, and more. Lazy git. I need supplies? Then talk to our merchants. They will be eager to help you. They can be found in the north end of town. No, you will give me supplies. The overseer is not the slightest bit intimidated. Young hands often make such demands before they learn not to unnecessarily anger the people of the pact. If you feel anyone here treats you unfairly, speak with your superiors in the Black Fortress. Do you need anything else? Tell me about your town. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Okay. I'm pretty much done talking to this guy. You have no trouble with us, no, but no help either. Right, let's get out of here. What is our current plan? Okay, we have to get to the dragon. Let's see if we can find the dragon. Oh, Goldcrack's fine provisions. Oh, this is a store. Let's go find ourselves some provisions. Alright, wait a minute. I still have stuff on me. And I do believe you have no stuff whatsoever. Yeah, you could wear that robe I was carrying. I'm still carrying it? Yes, I am. There we go. You wear this. Oh, wait, you're already wearing... Oh, a leather jerkin. Never mind it. Well, in any case, what else are you wearing? You got a... Oh, an apprentice rod. Okay. That's fantastic. Isn't that a... Apparently it's a melee weapon. Counted as melee. Fine, I suppose. Giving you a dagger won't help then. 15 LBS. 25 LBS. I want to know who's the stronger. Okay, I've got strength 6. That's great. No, he's got strength 5. So yes. Okay. Yeah, okay, Mr. Tanner, man. Stop walking around. Damn it. Thank you. A small, nervous man emerges from behind a rack of luxurious robes and cloaks. He is very pale, unusual for this desert. The presence of a hand of Avadon has given him a facial tic. Hello, I'm Tanner. This is my shop. Fine goods, as you can see. Quality bought from as far away as Calamdariel. Just a thing for seeing a dragon. He lets out a strained, high-pitched laugh. Something like that. What sort of goods do you sell here? Yeah. Fine goods, as you can see, imported, brought here on caravans, at great risk and expense. These are the finest garments you can find anywhere within 200 miles. Not a boast, just a statement of fact. You know, I'll bet it's the only place people live. Alright. Is it dangerous to bring goods here? Free roads are the pride of the pact, but in the last few months they've become swamped with wretches. Okay. You do a lot of business with the locals? Oh no. They're but simple desert folk. Not that I would ever insult them. My market's for the travelers. Is a travelers. Oh, okay. What use do such luxuries have in the desert? Many come to see the dragon. Important people, courtiers, diplomats, sages, they come in garments worn dirty by the long journey. I help them to look their best before they ask mighty Jethron for aid. Okay, well great, but I want to buy stuff from you, man. Is there anyone here able to buy stuff? Are you? No. No. What does the record button do? I have no idea. Don't know. Honestly, no clue. Nope, nope, nope. Man. Misclicking. Lots of misclicking in this episode. Right, let's head into the desert for a bit. See what we can find. We need to figure out where to go exactly, because I have no clue. There's a sign out here somewhere. Let's see, yeah, that one. I'll just walk there. See what we get. There's lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to explore, I guess. Okay, the free packed roads. Packed free road, I mean. Goldcrack is to the east, Dragon's Eyrie is to the west. So if we want to visit the dragon, we're supposed to be going that way, I guess. You start to walk down the long road toward the lair of Jethron. It's one of the packed free roads, so your journey should be fast and safe. All you need to do is follow the signs. Yes, I am. I guess we're going to the Kvar lands. There we are. Hello. No camp here. Okay. Cool. One of the most important tasks of the pact is to maintain the free roads, a network of stone roadways that spans Linnaeus. All the people of the pact are able to travel on the free roads without tolls or hindrance. Thus, using one of the free roads, you are able to reach a valley below Jethron's Eyrie quickly and without difficulty. However, your easy journey seems to be about to end. The road here is crumbling and poorly maintained. There are wolf tracks plainly visible in the dirt all around you, and there is an eerie quiet in the air. It is a sense of danger and unease hands quickly learn to pay attention to if they want to survive. Okay. To the northwest you can see massive pillars of Jethron's Eyrie rising above the cactus thickets. Even if you get there, you will still have to face the dragon. Janelle looks down the free road. Surprisingly, she is frowning. The free roads, so they are called. But do they make my people less free? But they make my people less free, not more. Okay. What do you mean? The tribes of the Wilderim have traditionally charged a toll to those who cross our lands. It is a right of ownership, almost sacred. The pact took that away from us, made our lands not our own. There is little free about it. Savelin is not impressed. We had to compromise our ways too, change the stone code to match the laws of the pact. But what we gain is more than what we lose. Janelle responds. I'm sorry, we are not as happy about losing the old ways as you are. I came to Avadon in the hope that... she shakes her head. Never mind, it is hot. Let us travel toward the shade. Right. There's a little tension between these two. Let's see. Okay. Jethron's Eyrie is to the northwest. Go that way. There's this lady with a cow on the road. What's going on here? There's a young woman standing at the side of the road, pulling a cow. She has a rope around its neck and is trying to drag it towards the farm on the north, but it seems content to remain where it is. Then she sees you. She turns to greet you, holding onto the rope with one hand, and curtsies. Welcome, warrior. You are a warrior, right? You look like it. I am Tolia. Hello. I'll just say I'm a warrior. Hello, I am, as you said, a warrior. Really? I knew it. I'm sure you've traveled everywhere, fighting farlanders and bandits and wretches, and you've lots of stories. Exciting stories? My father would love to hear. Oh, I almost forgot. My father told me that I was supposed to tell any warriors I saw that he might hire them. Okay. Having trouble with your cows? She frowns at the recalcitrant creatures. Always. I hate them. And they hate me. My father makes me keep them by the farm and safe. But they make it so difficult. I'm glad for what will happen to them. What will happen to them? They'll be sold to the soldiers. And Chesterton's Eyrie. Then they'll be fed to the dragon. A good riddance. Are they in danger? Yes, from the wolves and wretches, who always want to steal them away. They don't bother me as long as I stay close to home, but they love to take our cows. That's all for now, thanks. Alright, I'll have a little look at that farmer and ask him if we can help him out. While we are here, I suppose. There the cows go again. Yeah, these cows are just very obstinate creatures, apparently. Let's have a look at this. I need your help. You are welcome here. The soldiers are useless. Clearly. There's an old farmer sitting at the table eating stew. His skin is dark and leathery, the results of decades of exposure to the harsh sun of the Kvar. When he raises his spoon to his mouth, you see that he is missing 2 fingers on his left hand. He watches you calmly as you enter his home. Ah, a hand. I recognize the look. He stands and shakes your hand. I'm Ulrich. Welcome to my home. These are hard times, and these lands have grown wild. I am forced to pay for that which should have been given. If you have the time, I have an offer for you. Okay. You need my help? I do, and I will pay for it. Due west of here, over the river, there is a gang of wretches. They keep a few wolves with them. They come at night and steal my cows. And they're getting bolder. I fear they will do more soon. The soldiers outside are useless. They refuse to help, so I will pay you if you get rid of them. Alright, I can do that. I'm glad. As I said, go west and a little south. There will be a bridge over the river. Cross it and the scum will be to the west. What will you pay me? Money. And 2 handy trinkets from my soldiering days. It will be worth your time, I promise you. Okay. That's nice. Yay, we get to help Ulrich. And I will be right back for a moment. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. And I don't know what's going on here. Oh. Alright. I'm not sure what happened, but I suddenly had some connection problems. I don't know why, because I replaced the modem and it's supposed to be working now. It's still not perfect, I guess. Alright, where are we supposed to be going? I'm just walking here at random, really. No. No, I don't want instructions. I want the journal thing. Ulrich's farm, there we go. Raided by a farm of wretches living to the west. Right, wretches living to the west. This is the west. Ish. Yeah. Wretches living to the west across a body of water. Oh, that's something else. These are wolves. I'm gonna get to them later, I guess. Oh, here's a bridge. Uh-oh. Yeah. Wolves. Oh, let the wolves come to us. Oh dear, these wolves are just like all over the place. Okay. Special ability. Savage blow. There we go. Kill them. Kill them now! Savage blow. Ruff. And you can probably use your rod. Bats. There we go. Roar. Wow. Amazing. I love this. Oh, I missed. There we go. Oh. Wow. She leveled. Yay. And she got 1 dexterity for it as well. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Magical attacks. Hit more and do more damage. That sounds very good to me. Beast focus. Healing touch. Healing touch. Oh. Yes, please. I want her to be a good healer. Well, eventually. I guess we could just end combat. Or not. No, we've got an enemy visible. In this case a wretch. Can you hit him from here? Uh-oh. Yeah, we better protect her. Oh, you attacked her, bitch. There we go, took care of that. There we are, we're fine. Oh, no, we're not fine. A lot of wolves here. These don't look like the wretches we're supposed to be going. That's Holwick's farm? Holwick's farm? Why is Holwick's farm? Oh, that's probably west. Yeah, you can come closer. That's fine. Holy shit, how many are there? Okay. I guess we can just take the fight to them. Zap. There we go. Alright. Janelle, you're dangerously close to this piece of shit, so... There we go. Take care of that. Oh, this is gonna be one tough fight. Can we use special ability? No, we can't. Still off for a couple of rounds. But you, however, can. There we go. Yeah. There we go, we took care of them. That wasn't too difficult, and we are doing quite fine. Alright, so the wretches, apparently, yeah, these skulls on poles, that's that giveaway, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna do that. The pathway is lined with totems. Marking this crevice is claimed by wretches. All of the skulls are on the totems, as you note, are neither from wretches or made out of clay. Wretches are not mighty creatures in battles. Of course, that doesn't stop them from trying. The moment you set foot on their path, you hear a shrill scream. A wretch guard in the distance has spotted you and releases several mangy wolves to attack you. Oh. He chases after them, clearly having no idea who you are. This shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. No, it won't. It will not be too difficult, actually. Clearly, you're stupid. Alright. Special ability. Hey. No eating the lady. Whoa, what is he doing missing all of a sudden? Whoa, is everyone missing suddenly? There we go, that took care of the flank. There we go. Ouch. That's it. Alright. Special ability. Use your special ability as well. No, you can't, not yet. But you can actually make for nasty cuts on this guy. Alright, stop missing. There we go, that took care of that. Picked up some coins there. Skull, broken iron spear. That's actually a very interesting thing to pick up. Alright, Lord. Lordy. Oh, we should end combat, really. What's on the floor here? Broken bone, skull. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Janelle, be careful next time. You seem to be all mushy. There's a wretch warrior standing at the screwed palisade, bravely placing himself between you and the pathetic little village. He wears a necklace heavy with wolf fangs around his neck. He points his blade at you. Stop there, human. I'm Wolf Rider Pros. This is our land. You no take. We no want fight. You go. Alright. I'll just confront him with the fact that he's been pestering Farmer Ulrich. Bros thinks for a bit. Oh, farmer, yes, big farm. So many cows. They don't need so many cows. We need cows too. We leave them alone. Take cows is what you say. Fair? Fair? But farmer sent you for what? Yeah, well, the problem is, if you want to stay here, you aren't allowed to steal. Okay, that means Wolf Rider Pearl shakes his head. I already said, right to take cows, whatever you call it. Go away, human. You come in, we kill you. He gives you a raspberry and turns away. And the conversation ends. Well, we tried reasoning with them. I suppose reasoning will end in the next episode, when we will probably have to invade these guys. Yep. But that'll be next time. Thank you all for joining me again. Next time we are going to pound some heads, for good measure. Until then, this is Lord Cucumber. Bye bye.